This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Hello guys, it's Arosis Diaries here, and I know you are supposed to see us, me and my wife or my baby together on set, but today I decided to do a video really just to tell you how life has been, and also to tell you something that took me down in my life, that I almost gave up, and thank God through friends and prayers again I gained strength to keep on moving in life. So I want to tell you the most worst experience that I've ever experienced in my life. Up to my age now, I'm in my early 30s, but really some situations need to be told. The power of forgiveness, how somebody can hurt you and how you will find peace and with yourself and also peace to forgive them. So leo ni ile siku nawaambia exactly what happened and how I overcame the challenge. I hope this video will encourage someone also to have that heart of forgiving. And forgiveness, you know, is not a two-way. Like some people think the one who wronged you should ask for forgiveness so that you can forgive them. The Bible teaches us that forgive so that God can also forgive you. So today, I'm about to tell you the story of my life. I hope you guys will be encouraged, and at the end of this video I'll tell you why my wife is not on set with me. But for now, guys, thank you for your subscription, thank you for your support. You are crossing almost to 500 subscribers, and I can't thank God enough for you because you have shown us true love and support as we started this YouTube channel. God bless you, and let's listen to this story. Guys, 2017 July 30th, I tied knot with my wife in a beautiful wedding. The video of the wedding is on this channel. And I was on my vacation since June. I stayed there July, we did our wedding, and August, then September. I returned back to Qatar towards the end of September. And during this time, I was with my family, my brothers, my parents, and all my friends, my in-laws. We interacted a lot, and we gained, you know, that social life because I'd been away for like 2.5 years before I went to see them. So there was excitement, the plans for my wedding, and everything went on well as we had planned. To the story. After 2 months, when I came back to Qatar, my father developed some short illness, and he was rushed to the hospital to Kisi level 5. I think now it's Kisi level 6 or something. But we didn't know that my father had little, you know, time to live on this earth. And may God continue to keeping his soul in a perfect peace. So I'm saying this is the raw video I have ever done. A few people or a few friends really know the story about my life. And the day I went into coma for over 6 hours, 6 straight hours. It's really very hard for me even to tell this story. But I want at the end of it, don't judge anybody. Just learn the story and get the point, and also draw a moral lesson that you can also apply in your life. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not perfect, neither all of us, because the Bible is saying that all have sinned and have fallen short of the glory of God. We are just living by the grace of God. So to this end, I am not bitter, but I am better. Although I went through the worst experience, but I learned it in a hard way, and I had to pick myself through my friends, as I've said earlier, and through my family, and also through some spiritual friends and families that kept praying for me, and also I had to have my own strength to keep asking God, forgive me, and also that give me the peace so that I can forgive the person that who wronged me. So I'm telling you, on December 3rd, 2017, we lost our dear father. The late Mzee Jeremiah Nyabochwa. His the middle name was Omwansa. So it was really a very, it was really a very difficult time for me, especially when I just had my wedding and everybody was happy for me. Don't worry guys, it's just sometimes very emotional, but we thank God He has given us strength to tell such stories so that we can get also inspired and inspire others maybe who are going through hard times and also who have lost hope or have lost their loved one, at least to have peace in their hearts. So I'm telling you, December 3rd, 2017, I lost my dad, Mzee Jeremiah Omwansa Nyabochwa. It was a short illness that took his life. But that is not the main story. The story is, when I received the news, I was in Qatar and my brother informed me that we have lost our father. Although I had just come back from Kenya for just 2 months, I had to find my means back and go be part of the funeral program for my late dad. And it took me 3 days, that is December 6th, I was back in Kenya. I joined my family and we went on to plan for the last respect of my late father. So, you know, in the village, people don't know really what you do. The name is, you are abroad, and the other local name they say Ukomaju. So people get excited over small things. I can say small things. You may go home and maybe hire a car, drive all the way to the village, and people see, you know, some people it's the first time that they will see you in a car, or they will see you the car in your compound, and they will think that you are rich or you have made it in life. So I'm telling you this story because I don't want to see mixed reaction. People think, oh, you are seeking for views or you are just seeking attention. This is the most truest, the most real story I'm telling all of you today. That's why even my wife, she's not in this video, because at the end of the day, this video, I will explain why. So I got to Nairobi. My wife, she was there. Of course, she had not relocated to Qatar. I had plans to relocate with me, but during those times it failed, so I had to replan again. So she was waiting me at the airport. She picked me with my father-in-law and other in-laws, went straight to where we had rented a house in Ruaraka. I stayed there and started even preparing for announcement for the radios for my late father's funeral. And I printed the eulogy. So on 8th, I went back to the village. And so because I had not settled in the village since the wedding and even in my childhood, I used to stay at my relative's place, and I relocated to Nairobi then before I came to Qatar. So I had to take some items. I hired a car and I took some household items with me. So when I arrived at home, there was mixed reaction, although we were in the mourning period, and some people thought that this guy, you know, had made it in life, has not assisted his family. There was mixed reaction, as I can tell you. My family members were all in tears, but other relatives were there also waiting for me because they had heard, oh, Joshua is coming from Qatar to be part of the funeral program. And I arrived early in the morning because we traveled from Nairobi late night at around 10 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. thereabout. And because we had also mixed reactions towards the death of our father, we slept on our way and we found our way in Eldoret, Moi University in Eldoret. I was with my driver, my in-law, Nick, and my wife, and me. So we were very extremely tired. We slept, and the driver did not know the routes because he was from central region. He did not know the Kisi part of it. So he drove. He joined the highway, and somehow he lost his, his way. We found ourselves in Eldoret. But thank God, when we woke up from our sleep, we just realized that we had lost, and we just immediately made a U-turn and started going back to the village. Hey guys, as we continue, this is the story that I've never shared in public. I know a few friends who witnessed the story. They know everything, and I'm not saying or condemning anyone. I know when situations happen in life, we all face different reactions. Even in our family, it was the first time we experienced death in our immediate family when we lost our father. Of course, initially I've had experiences of losing my relatives, aunties, uncles, grandfathers, and grandmothers, but it had never really, touched my heart or really affected me this deep like the day I lost my father. So fast forward, we arrived at home, and everybody welcomed us. My mom was very helpless. She was in tears. My brothers and my sisters, everybody was very emotional. And we settled down, day one. And during the night, those who understand the village, they call matangas. There are always meetings late night, people trying to be there with your family throughout the night so that they can at least encourage you and keep the house warm. So I'm sharing this one because it really brought me down, and I had some villagers starting complaining, I'm not buying them the liquor, I'm not participating in any activities, so they developed negative attitude towards me. But I brushed it off because I have not really interacted with my local kinsmen so much since my teenage time. I was staying outside from my village, and immediately after high school I went to Mombasa, and from Mombasa I came to Qatar. So I don't blame them neither, because I really have forgiven anyone who thought otherwise about me or my family. So I'm saying that during this time, there was of course exchange, of words when people try to belittle you or say bad things about you. You participated in one way or another, everything was really not okay for me. I was not comfortable to speak the truth. Fast forward, we planned the funeral, and my dad was buried on 13th December 2017. This is the day that I was really bidding bye to my late dad, and the memories of our childhood when he was bringing us out, the gift that he used to gift us with, and also the journey that we have walked with him really touched me and made me think that maybe there is a way God communicates to people, that when there is like your hopelessness, there is renewal of that hope through the faithful who believe that there is life after death. And as we say, there is resurrection after death, or there is hope beyond the grave. So we finished the burial. The next day was supposed to be a family meeting, family immediate internal family, my mom, of course, my brothers, my sisters, my wife, so that we can recollect ourselves, encourage ourselves, and now, because we had a gap, and try to see the better way we can stay connected and also help our mom to transit this period of loss from our husband, that's our late father, whom they had stayed really for long together, and also to help her know that we are there for her. So the meeting was supposed to start at 9 a.m. Of course, the day after we buried, the day before we had buried our father, so everybody was tired. Some people woke up late, especially me. So there was a gathering for outsiders, but we excused them because we wanted to have a meeting as a family. So we went to my mom's house. We sat down, my brothers, and with my wife and my mother, and we started just having a conversation on how what's the way forward now. Then, there is a way people react to different situations. As I've told you, there's my elder brother. I don't want to mention his name, but he reacted negatively because we were raising some issues that happened that we were not comfortable with. So he reacted negatively, of course, and started, raising a voice over us. And in a span or in a blink of an eye, it turned to be chaotic. That's the word I can say. When I tried to calm him down, tried to talk him, like this is not supposed to be like this. This is not supposed, what you are supposed to speak or what he should. He thought that I was taking over from him. Now he wanted to be the next, the next big man in the house. And for my side, I didn't have any negative intentions or anything. Just I was speaking my mind. So he was very emotional, and it turned violent. In a blink of an eye, I'm telling you guys, he stood, he took a blunt object, he tried to, punch me, and then he hit my head somewhere here. I don't know if this mark still, but when I was trying to, entangle myself from him, I fall down, and I was really unconscious, I can say. The rest is history. I was rushed to the nearby hospital. I stayed there. I'm told I stayed there for 2 hours or 1.5 hours. They did not have anything to do with me because for them I was dead. Yeah, that is the word. I was dead. They could not do anything to me. So I was referred to an hospital in Kisii called Ram Hospital. And they took me there. I stayed there over 4 hours. I was not, responding. And they say that the chances of survival are 50-50. I was taken to CT scan, check if I had any internal bleeding on my head, and they found that it was just a small scratch, but the blood did not penetrate through the brain. I'm telling you with this a lot of respect to my brother. I'm not bitter about him. I learned to forgive, and I'm better. I'm not bitter, I'm better. I'm just telling you so that you can learn something from this story and also forgive, even if somebody don't ask for forgiveness. As I was saying, nilikuwa kwa coma for over 6 hours. Sikuwa na respond to the medication nilikuwa injected to, and some of the people thought that my case is gone. I thank God for my in-laws, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, all my in-laws who came to see me on the hospital. The doctors and nurses at the Ram Hospital in Kisii who saved my life through God's guidance. They injected me with some drugs, and somehow I regained my strength. I opened my eyes, I started stretch, and there was positive response. It took me like about 30 minutes to regain my conscience and get back to life. And then to my brother who almost messed up my life, I really was unable to talk to him. Let me be very frank. Yani nilikuwa nimeudhika ndani ya moyo, nauliza Mungu maswali yenye sikuwahi weza kupata majibu kwa wakati huo. Nikapelekwa kwa relative mwingine, nikakaa hapo for some time, then I relocated to my house in Nairobi. Guys, sikuambia, during those process I lost everything, my ATM card, my ID card, my the resident permit for Qatar and everything, but Mungu ni mtrue, alinisaidia. After niwaambia marafiki ni wale wanasaidia watu. Somehow through my friends I regained my resident permit. They printed again, sent it to me. I came back to Qatar. But hata mama mzazi, because she was confused, she has lost her husband, dear husband, that's her late father, and there was chaos at home. Yani alishindwa which route to do, what to do, how to respond. I thought in my mind, hiyo time yani she was bitter about me. I brought shame to the family. It took me, ile kusema ukweli wa Mungu, it took me 6 months to talk to her. When I came back, I had not forgiven myself, because niliona ile aibu ilikuwa hapo na kitu ilikuwa kidogo sana ambayo tungesolve, lakini because mazishi ilikuwa nyumbani for the first time na watu walikuwa very confused. Watu walikuwa na react to situation different. Hata ukiambia mtu kitu ana react anadhani you are the cause of any problem in the family. So it took me long to find peace with myself. I want to thank my friend Briggs, who came to see me in the hospital, at the place I was recuperating from, and also my wife Francisca, who has been with me all this time. Sometime hata naona ni kama something wrong is going to happen, but I keep on praying and believing that God will somehow set me as an example to that family. Kwa hivyo ndugu yangu pia nilimsamea, it took me time, but finally nilimsamea. Hata siku hizi tunaongea frequently. I understood him. Alikuwa in a state of confusion, alikuwa amechanganyikiwa because he was with our late father to the last minute. Pengine alikuwa na mawazo tofauti. Kwa ile mazungumzo tulikuwa naye nikampandisha mori ama hasira, alijipata amefanya yale amefanya kwa sababu mauchungu zake. Lakini msamea, tuko sawa sasa, tunaongea, tunasaidiana na tunasaidia mama mzazi. Why sikuleta my wife on board kwa hii situation sahi? My wife, she's somehow emotional. Sikuwa nataka breakdown, and some people will misinterpret kwamba we are seeking views ama we are seeking inaitwa empathy from friends. No, this is the real story that happened to my life. Funny enough, when I came to Qatar 2018 January, that time after the scenario, because my photos of my clothes were all stained by blood and my head was somehow damaged, a Filipino sister of mine in the church jokingly, "Hi brother Joshua, I thought you died." And I jokingly replied, "Yes, of course I died, but I resurrected." I did not want to elaborate more what happened, because the photos that were circulating online, I was in a state of unconsciousness, and the chances of me living at that time were 50-50. So some people really thought that I was hit deep. I had a deep cut in my other place from back, I cannot show you for now, and thought that that was the end of me. But God came through for me and gave me a chance in life. That's why when you see me helping others, when you see me doing good to others, you don't know the real story. Because some of us, we have been through the hardest situation. When you have to forgive someone, even if they don't ask for forgiveness, but you have to find peace with yourself so that you can give that peace to the other person. So sisi tuko sawa. Nimewaambia hii story kuwe moral lesson kwamba hata mtu akufanyie mabaya aje, wewe chukua muda yako, msamee na Mungu atakuhesabia haki. Maana Biblia inasema ukisamea mtu na wewe utapata msamea kutoka kwa Mungu. Na Mungu anatuhimiza hivi. Kama unasema unampenda Mungu ambaye hujamuona na hujamsamea ndugu yako ambaye mnaonana kila siku, basi huo sio upendo kamili. Msamee ndugu yako ule mnaishi na yeye, mnaonana kila siku, ndio Mungu naye aweze kuwa nafasi ya kusamea. Kwa hivyo marafiki zetu wote ambao wa Arosis Diaries, this is the raw video ya nimefanya kuambia ukweli kwamba there is power in forgiveness. Ukisamea mtu na Mungu naye anazidi kukubariki. Kwa huo muda wote, hiyo ili happen about 5 years now, Mungu ametupatia grace, Mungu ametupatia upendo, tunaendelea kupendana, tunaendelea kusaidia mama yetu kama watoto wake wote, hatuna utengano. Na kwa hivyo nawahimiza, mtu akikosea kwa njia yoyote ile, pata nafasi nzuri umsamehe na utakuwa umetenda upande wako. Haijalishi yeye ameomba msamaha ama bado, wewe tenda wema kutoka upande wako. Ni hayo kwa sasa. Asanteni sana. Video zote ambazo mnaenda kuwatch hapa, we don't script anything, we just come out to tell our stories, our interaction with friends, the way we go around, because we want to be really example to the young couples, so that they can know that there is God in everything they do. Hata watu wakikoseana bado watarudiana. Hata ile siku tutakosana tuambia they are tuko in good terms, but we are working it out. Mungu azidi kuwabariki. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thanks for the love, thanks for the support. See you again in the next episode.